The New South Wales Government has launched an investigation into leaks of methane from coal seam gas pipes in the state's northwest. The Greens MP Jeremy Buckingham filmed the pipes bubbling and hissing during a fact-finding trip last week. The company in charge of the coal seam gas operation, Eastern Star Gas, believes the pipes were tampered with. The minister responsible says the footage 730 New South Wales has shown him is concerning, and he's now considering ordering tighter security around coal seam gas operations. Here's state political reporter Mark Tobin.
Across New South Wales, there's a historic alliance being formed.
Overwhelmingly, it was clear to me there's a broad constituency of community groups, farmers, tree changers, local governments who are rising up and saying no to coal seam gas. And they're not a NIMBY group. They are legitimately concerned about the long-term impacts of coal seam gas.
Greens MLC Jeremy Buckingham has been touring the state and meeting local landowners who are worried about the coal seam gas industry. And according to the Greens, they have good cause for concern.
We'll have a look at that.
100 metres off the Newell Highway in the Pilliga State Forest near Narrabri, this is what Mr Buckingham found.
So what you can see here, Mark, is a leaking pipe. It's bubbling away, venting, and this was very easy to see. We saw a number of examples of this all over the Pilliga.
And if you'll notice here on the ground, salt.
I saw water being discharged to creeks. I saw unfenced areas. I saw huge areas of dead forest. And my concern is that this industry is unregulated and doing untold damage to a really critical area. And that damage, I think, is indicative of what this industry may do to huge areas of New South Wales.
Eastern Star Gas has an exploration licence covering almost 8,000 square kilometres in northwestern New South Wales. These operations have been sold to Santos Limited as part of a deal worth more than $900 million.
We also heard hissing pipes on another coal seam gas well. We saw pipes and we walked up to them, and when we got near, you could just hear the gas hissing out of it. I think it'd be an enormous fire risk, and it's polluting our atmosphere, and it's just not good enough for an industry to come in and do that to our environment.
No one from Eastern Star Gas was available to be interviewed, but the company provided this statement. On the bubbling gas pipe, it said,
"Footage provided to Eastern Star Gas shows a low-point drain on a gas flow line linking pilot gas wells to the Wilga Park power station near Narrabri. The drain is designed to remove liquid from the flow line when necessary. ESG has never had the need to operate this drain. ESG is very concerned that the drain has been tampered with. Inspection of the drain indicates that it has been opened and then closed again with a tool by someone not authorised by or associated with ESG. ESG is also deeply concerned that this incident wasn't reported to ESG or the relevant authorities last Thursday when it was filmed."
In relation to the hissing gas pipe, Eastern Star Gas says the pipe was inspected both yesterday and today.
The pipe was operating normally upon inspection on both occasions.
Eastern Star Gas's operations in the Pilliga have also captured the attention of the Commonwealth. The Federal Environment Department is currently looking at a possible breach of environmental laws relating to land clearing. But Eastern Star Gas says
ESG takes its environmental responsibilities very seriously and rejects outright any assertion that it has not complied with applicable state and Commonwealth legislation.
This week, the Energy and Resources Minister Chris Hartcher flew into Narrabri for an invitation-only meeting with local landowners. Late this afternoon, the minister said his department will investigate the gas leaks in the Pilliga forest.
This is not a tolerable practice. We will not have wells in New South Wales which can cause escape of gas, and obviously we would require any company to have in place a secure system, and we would require any company to also have in place, as far as possible, a system that can't be sabotaged. And they are valid concerns.
Well, the company itself has admitted that the well, or the drain in this case, was tampered with. Does that show to you that the security in this case wasn't sufficient?
Well, it shows two things, doesn't it? It shows that there are people out there who are malicious, and who are anxious to cause serious damage, because this could cause serious damage, and it's a wake-up call to all of us that these people are out there. The mere fact that I'm advised that the footage was given to the ABC and you were notified, but the company itself was not notified, shows that the people were being malicious, because any person of goodwill would certainly have notified the company, nor did they notify the Office of Resources and Energy. So why was it done? It was done. It's a reasonable inference to believe that this was done for malicious purpose, but it also shows that there needs to be an upgrading of security to make sure that these practices can't occur, and that's something I'll certainly be asking the Office of Resources and Energy to review with the company.
Are you accusing the Greens of this tampering?
I don't know who did it. I am only relying upon the information supplied by the company. It hasn't been independently verified to me by the Office of Resources and Management. It was Offices of Resources and Energy. It was clearly done by someone of ill intent, but who it was, I can't say.
So you sound very concerned that the well itself was leaking gas. What are the dangers of it leaking gas?
Well, my advice is that the amount that was shown on the TV footage were not of themselves serious. But the mere fact that the well was leaking is serious to me, because the well should not be leaking. And that's the issue I would wish to see addressed by the Office of Resources and Energy in conjunction with the company.
Last week, the New South Wales Government outlined what it says are tougher conditions for the operation of coal seam gas mining in New South Wales.
What we're doing with coal seam gas, if there is going to be a coal seam gas industry in New South Wales, has to be shown to be for the public benefit.
You say if there's going to be a coal seam gas industry. Is there any doubt about that in the future?
Well, unless the coal seam gas industry can demonstrate that it's going to be safe, that it's going to not contaminate our water supplies, that it's not going to have a deleterious impact on our agriculture in the appropriate areas as identified by the Strategic Land Use Study, then clearly the state government won't be granting extraction licences. We want a coal seam gas industry if we can get one, but we don't want it at any price.
A spokesman for Jeremy Bingham said tonight the Greens reject outright the inference that anyone on his site tour was involved in tampering with the low point drain at the well site. The spokesman said Mr Buckingham was shown the site by a local farmer who had previously filmed the site and who'd sent that evidence, along with other video evidence, to the Environmental Sustainability Branch of the Department of Primary Industries on the day before Mr Buckingham arrived at the site.